Good afternoon. I haven't made a video in a long time because I've had a lot of life shit going on. But this is a good opportunity for me to reintroduce myself. My name is Earl Maitland. You may call me Yours or Yuri or E for short. And I'm 32 years old. I'm a black man. I'm a spiritual mystic. And I'm neurodivergent and living with mental illness. Now, what I want to talk about in this video today is what it's like to be a black man who is neurodivergent living with mental illness. Now, what do I mean by neurodivergent? Well, specifically, I mean someone who is living on the spectrum, the autism spectrum, and someone who has ADHD and went unrecognized and undiagnosed for a very long time. And as a result, growing up is kind of difficult. It's difficult being different from people. It's difficult being more sensitive than others. Sensitive emotionally, sensitive to sounds, sensitive to certain textures, sensitive to the world around you that's not catered toward you, and which often feels like it's working against you. And you pair that with the fact of growing up in a chaotic environment, growing up in a home that has a lot of, fighting between family members, between parents, when people have undiagnosed mental illnesses, when people can be abusive and not even recognize that their behavior can be abusive. And, I have something that's called, and that you might be familiar with, I have something called post-traumatic stress disorder, but more specifically, complex post-traumatic stress disorder. Now, you may know post-traumatic stress disorder as being a result of a specific trauma or stressor that occurred that kind of fucked your whole world up, change the way you react to things, the way you look at things, cause you to have flashbacks. So when you speak of complex post-traumatic stress disorder, you mean you add a little, zaza to that. You add some, you add prolonged or repeated trauma or stresses. You add repeated abuse, repeated bullying, just very adverse factors in your life, and it kind of fundamentally changes how you view the world. You start to trust people a lot less, and when I say a lot less, I mean not really at all. You can become very prone to, being at the mercy of your own very strong emotions, rage and sadness and lashing out and not being able to connect with other people on the level that you would like to, and it leads to isolation. It leads to very maladaptive cognitions and behaviors, and just not a very ideal way to live, and I'm not ashamed of it. it's made me who I am, you know. It's allowed me to be a person who, you know, what they call an overthinker, a person who's over analytical. People usually regard me as a very knowledgeable, intellectual individual. I never looked at myself that way. I just look at myself as a person who does the work to find knowledge, because that's what I value more than anything in the world, because that's how I cope with the world. Through all my trauma, through all my adversity and pain, and not just pain that's been caused to me, pain that I've caused to other people as well. Knowledge and information and wisdom and understanding is my coping mechanism, ultimately, to, you know, solve all my existential problems that were the result of how I grew up. So I don't call myself a genius. I don't call myself gifted. I just look at my way of looking at the world as a response to how I was forced to live. And yeah, as you grow up, or as I grow up, I don't know your experience. Everybody's special, and nobody's special. It's a paradox. We're all different, but we're all the same. But everything manifests in infinite ways, and there's infinite possibilities. But goddamn, that helicopter's loud. I don't even know what I was saying, but yeah, bro. I've been through it all. Depression, anxiety, rage, trauma. As a black man, you already have trauma. You got generations of it, that you're born with it. As a black man, a black woman, a black human being in America, you already are born with generations and generations of trauma in your DNA. So add that to more trauma in this lifetime to add to your prior lifetimes. Then you transfer that trauma to others, inadvertently, sometimes on purpose. But yeah, and you'd like to think like it would stop at some point. Like, I haven't made a video in a long time, and that's because, you know, life can kick your ass. I mean, I like to say things were going great before, but they weren't. But add a sick family member to things, like, you know, that really makes your mentally disordered, spicy life even more spicy. Fuck cancer, by the way. Thank God my mother's a gangster. She's tough as fuck. One of God's greatest shoulders that ever lived. But yeah, man, I just wanted to make a video, reintroduce myself, and kind of tell you what's been going on with me and where I've been and where I'm going. I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about, really, but I feel like I become a new person over and over and over. I die and I'm reborn, you know, like the phoenix, rise from the ashes. And this is who I am right now. I'm a black man, I'm a spirit. I'm me. I'm good, I'm evil, I'm neutrality, I'm everything. So, shit, I might make another video later on, get into more specifics, spilling my thoughts, feel me? So, you all go out and enjoy this beautiful day, man. It's a beautiful day in Boston, which you can't say every day. So, peace and love. Not just peace and love. I don't like all of y'all. By default, I love y'all, but I kind of hate some of y'all too. So to the people that deserve love, peace and love. To the other ones, fuck you, eat a dick. Bye.